Rogue Warriors have is fairly unapologetic once it goes into like 20 minutes further. Just knowing that they have double teleports, Rise and Akali. Holder's going to be holding that Akali. You can already see the graphics coming through, so we're getting ready. We are definitely gearing up for game one. Team WE versus Rogue Warriors. Let's go. Now I was getting excited. The crowd got excited. Now they're just chanting to a sepia'd screen.
Yeah, you got to let them cheer first before you get the pause across. I respect that from the players. You know, last time we had a pause and it happened at the start of the game. The fans weren't sure whether they should cheer or not.
Yep.
But we are going to try and solve the issue as fast as we can. I believe it's just going to be a quick remake, easy as you like, and we'll get straight back in ASAP.
Make that lobby. And they cut me off on my point, Rusty. So I'm glad that I get to bring it back. Have that talk about a 1-3-1. We've been seeing it quite a lot. I know Rise and a few patches back, you can interrupt him fairly easily on his ulti now. He doesn't have the zonias that he can constantly go to, but it doesn't mean he's not a pest to deal with. And so composition from Rogue Warriors is fairly cheeky in terms of dealing with those 1-3-1.
Yeah.
They can also come in flank positions in team fights. When you see these compositions, it didn't work for Team China when they went to Asian Games. But you're bringing it back here now, putting Holder on towards the Akali. Do you see any point of strength here for Rogue Warriors?
I mean, for me, obviously 1-3-1s do have a lot of their strengths. If you can control the early game or even get to the mid game even, and you can actually set yourself up in those assignments, the risk that you run is your opponent saying, okay, we're just going to engage on you as 5, and we're going to take more than you can possibly get in the 1-3-1, or we're just going to force you to come back by forcing an objective, may it be a Baron in this case. And, you know, through all of this, that's where you have to look at WE's composition and say, what can they do if Rogue Warriors try and 1-3? One of the answers that they actually have available for themselves, and when you look at their composition being a Kindred, Lulu, Gragas, you don't fill yourself with hope saying this composition is so good at forcing that they're just going to be able to make the best of it. In fact, I would say WE are best suited to kiting backwards. You know, using the Kindred, Lulu, the Xayah to get the feathers out. Gragas can also kite incredibly well or turn on a dime. And Aatrox is the one that has to be diving. So what you're looking at for WE is an awkward situation if they get caught in a 1-3-1, because Aatrox is the only one that can actually answer the side lanes.
Yeah, just taking a look at the Keystone runes, the only thing that really comes to mind here is the Dark Harvest on SMLZ, making it known what he wants to do.
Absolutely. I mean, of course, they're going to invade a little bit aggressively here, Rogue Warriors at level 1. Now, the Dark Harvest Misfortune, Raz, I'm sure you're a little bit familiar with it as well. I was harping on about it the day it came out.
Yes, you were.
I saw some tweets from one David Freaked Hurley about it as well, but it suits the trade patterns of a Misfortune. Being able to hit in short windows and burst people out, it adds that little bit of extra depth in that laning phase.
Lulu's actually positioning to come in on the flank because this is a prolonged fight. Yeah, definitely resetting. So, oh my God, please! All right, SMLZ is getting smacked by this Gragas, but he's gonna have to back away. A little bit awkward.
Never ending.
Yeah, no, Ben's gonna pay the higher price. that was actually, he's gonna pay that one. That was just not smart. So he goes in for the double bop. Sure, that's impressive, but you don't have anyone to follow up, and there's a Braum. So level 1 versus a Braum, definitely not the best choice.
It's a game of chicken here as well. Rogue Warriors, they'll get the kill, so they'll set themselves up nicely as the end result from this, and it's a massive victory for Kiwi above all else. Pepper, level 1, SMLZ.
Oh my God, please!
He's going to make it out with no health to his name, though. Mystic now completely caught. He's on... Actually, no, he's not completely caught. He's on the right side of the map. But look, we're good.
Mystic respected SMLZ. The man was one auto attack away from death, but he was like, he has heal, he has flash. I'm not going to touch that man. He's beside some very burly people. So, respectful there, understanding that the summoners are still up and available.
Yeah.
Kiwi, though, disrespectful. We're going to walk up to CA. Get out of this lane.
And it is important to note, of course, it's the heal for SMLZ, not the teleport. Kiwi's now about to face check two of them.
Okay.
He's in trouble.
Welcome to the LPL, buddy.
He's really feeling the fire. Now these Raptors are going to hurt. That's actually really big.
He has...
Oh my lord, he was close to dying.
Pepper has flash. Why do these people not just walk away?
This is a big skirmish, just a glorified skirmish happening across map.
I don't know what I expected. I knew this was going to happen. There was not going to be a play-by-play for this series, and we decided to do it.
Yeah, we picked the Rogue Warrior set, didn't we?
We did. It was not good.
To be fair, I have speculation is that my play-by-plays hate me. It's been 2 weeks and I haven't seen a single one of them.
Yeah.
I was casting with Frostgird last week, and this week I've got Raz.
Nice practice for playoffs, by the way. So immediately going into SMLZ, there's a rune page. We already talked about the Dark Harvest. There's a bit of a healing that he can get done in the rune page that he's netted himself. So yeah, SMLZ, the wave is actually very damaging for Mystic. The usual way you play up against the Xayah is to deal with the range advantage. Yeah, that's range advantage there. So I want to see how he ends up doing it, because a lot of the times it's very linear playing up against Misfortune. You know what she's trying to do, but whenever she sets up the wave, you just have to stand back.
It's one thing to know what she's going to do. It's another thing to be able to stop it from happening as well. And with the way that this early game panned out through the laning phase, just to add a little bit of extra context there, is because SMLZ was forced to recall at level 1, he was going to come back at a very inopportune time. But that timing actually usually builds waves. If you get free time as an AD carry at level 1 to stack up a wave and push into their turret, then the wave's going to do the exact same thing going back towards you. So you'll see that it's a 5 CS advantage for SMLZ. But when you look at the size of the wave that's crashing, that's a big wave. So with this constant ebb and flow in the bottom lane of control and pressure,
God,
Doinby's actually going for the all-in here.
Yeah, he had to flash on that. Didn't have much mana, but he had enough for the Q. So Jay's gone. No flash for him. Still has the cleanse, but you know Kiwi is watching close, because the key to this lane, key to the game, honestly, for Rogue Warriors is being able to free up Doinby. He has his eye on Lulu.
And all the chaos that happened at level 1 res does result in a lot of lane control bouncing back and forth for certain. So we spoke towards the bottom lane. We were rudely interrupted by Doinby doing good things in mid.
Oh no,
Kiwi's
this is
been
awkward.
spotted on a ward here as well.
He's just literally rotating around a ward, but Shay's acting like he doesn't see.
Yeah, I mean, it's smart from Shea, is it not?
Yeah, it definitely is, but Shay's just feeling that. He's like, what does he know? Okay, now he can actually go in for this one.
Big trouble. Shea is absolutely just dead, Raz. There's no way out for him. Now, there was a cleanse available, so it does mean that Doinby can't engage. WE coming in on the backside, perhaps looking for a fight themselves. They're not able to connect with the Aatrox, so no one gets pulled back into safety. Yeah, and it's just going to be the disengage and catching the wave.
Going to be full push in for Doinby, so he has a good time to base. Oh my goodness. This is just not. Just actually go back to base, people. Doinby wants a base timing so he can match the Lulu here. Finally gets it. Can build up his tier, I believe. Should be a good enough. It's just 42 CS. If he doesn't get tier here, I'd be upset.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good point in the game to remind everyone that we're not play-by-plays. So when a fight happens, we often go, who's going to talk right now? And there's like a millisecond of looking at each other and not talking.
Yeah, a lot of my natural inclinations are just to watch and wait. So whenever you get to those situations, like, what is he doing? Oh, wait, I should probably be saying what he's doing.
So apologies if it's a VOD review in advance.
So at this point, I like what I see out of Rogue Warriors just because they're empowering the Doinby so early on. I'm just really surprised that Shea stayed in for how long he did. And then leaned towards the left side.
Yeah.
He just saw this in shot go left side.
He also had vision on the bottom side as well. So yeah. I understand what you're saying there for certain. Now, what I will say is that he feels very comfortable against Doinby, or he felt very comfortable against Doinby by having the cleanse, but with no flash. If the Xin goes first, you're just done.
Just look how damaging this lane is here for. Not just for Holder, but I'm talking about Xie can't even walk up to the wave because it was frozen so close to the Rise's tower. That being said, there's a skirmish here. Mystic just walking up. So really well played from SMLZ and Killua, leaning to the top side, knowing that you don't want to walk up to the feathers.
The wave building for WE as well, as the cannon's going to get dematerialized. And Kiwi, hovering on the bottom side of the map, means that WE do have to actually show a whole lot of respect here now, as the chance of a Xin Zhao appearing in the bottom lane increases, and because Pepper is visible on the opposite side of the map to WE. They know that they're on the weak side. We'll see how they play this one out.
And you know what? Shea understands his fruit. Working with Melon in the spring split, understood that Melon's usual inclination is just to gank mid lane repeatedly, non-stop, and has to go up against Kiwi. And Kiwi just knows, at this point, especially after what happened in the early gank, that just play it safe. Doinby has full control of Kiwi. Kiwi is actually just doing his job.
This is nasty.
Yeah, this is nasty. What are you doing, buddy?
Doinby's got the level advantage. He's also gone for the double dark seal with his corrupting potion. So when you actually look at the mid lane, that's a whole lot of sustain. Shea is going to try and match it of his own accord, but he's nowhere near as tanky as that of Doinby right now with the state of this lane. It's pretty much an entire tier in advantage for Doinby right now.
So how does WE break this curve? Because they're losing top side, or at least mid lane. And then in the bottom lane, so heavily that Kiwi's just taking full ownership of the red side jungle. I know Pepper's walking in here, but he's going to be met with a lot of power. So what would you like to see out of Pepper?
I mean, I'd like to see Pepper bring 957 if possible, because like we spoke towards just as the game started, he's the one big source of engage or dive alongside the Gragas. And I really would like to see him come in, maybe make a play towards mid lane with the Kindred. Doinby, in his current state, has no flash. So the way that he's playing this lane out so aggressively is a big confidence play around having Kiwi nearby. And that's where I think you just go for the numbers overwhelming and try and get a play with 957. Now, tragically, he doesn't have the teleport. He doesn't have a real opportunity to get in there unless he pushes a wave in top and disappears downriver. You can see the control that Rogue Warriors currently have on that side of the map.
Yeah, stealing blue buff. Now, blue buff is going to be spawning for Rogue Warriors, but you have a lot of time for Kiwi to go out and defend it. So Pepper's going to be in a really tough spot. He's here clearing out wards, which gives Mystic a lot of pressure, but he's not going to be supported when he ultimately walks in to try and take the blue.
Yeah, they want a blue trade. I mean, you can see the way Ryze is now posturing himself. Doesn't have a ward, so he's just going to have to physically embody the ward and place himself in that area. Most likely just going to be 2 blue buffs for free here for Rogue Warriors after a nice little invade.
Now, you can see CA reeling. 20 CS behind in the matchup mid lane after how dirty Doinby was for so long. Just 9 minutes into the game.
So, you nasty.
Yeah, you just not. That's not cool.
You reckon that was intentional?
It's possible.
It went to 22 health. I'm not sure.
I don't know, man.
I'm willing to say that Kiwi just stole that.
Yeah, I think he just wanted that.
Oh, he's going in.
That's the best thing about Akali. She's just going straight for the trade. The moment you have obscurity available to you, you just win all trades. You have the electrocute proc. You can constantly send out your own trade pattern. Best thing you can do is Q, EEQ, so you can get the full trade off. If you would like to see that being said, you can get baited in. He doesn't have obscurity for a little bit, so you can't send out another shroud. So Pepper is going to have to commit to a long wait here.
There's also now 3 people grouping up in the middle lane. SMLZ has been left on his lonesome. Holder. Get it, Raz.
It's actually, okay, I'll just go for
Talk me through it.
Look, Holder is completely safe. I don't know about CA. This is actually going to be easy for Kiwi to just tell. Oh my God. Heaven to Betsy. That's what I'm going to say. I'm stealing that one from Quick Shot.
You didn't even know where that was coming from. Okay.
I legitimately didn't know if Doinby was going to try hard for the kill. He had the flash available, so he actually could have flashed on his head, but it wasn't going to happen in that instance. Playing it safely, doesn't want to give too much away since Pepper was still on the map.
No, and it would have ultimately just been a summon a spell trade as the end result. Xie with his ultimate with cleanse and flash available. More damage to be placed down, and this is very good pressure in the middle lane from Rogue Warriors. It's going to eventually become a turret.
Xie does have to get out of here. If he gets rune prisoned, that's a full combo. So at least Xie is respecting that. It's always in arm's reach, but remember that's a flash still available for Doinby. That being said, with how poor this lane's working out for CA, he's going to need some help. Pepper's in the area. Maybe can hold the wave. There's a possibility on that front, but at least WE's clearing out the vision around this one. Pepper, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, Pepper's not going to be able to hold that one either, especially not without CA nearby. And of course, without the teleport, not going to be coming in to assist whatsoever. That is shared first turret blood going towards the side of Rogue Warriors. And that gold lead stretches to 3,000.
11 minutes in and they're able to get the mid lane tower without even expending a dive. You don't get to see that a lot in the play because mid lane is actually super difficult to be able to take down. Usually you can get some help from Ben, your support.
Yeah.
Maybe your top laner, in this case 957, had a lot of pressure in lane, but didn't actually move out towards mid lane and give much help. So you're just in a position now. Sure, great kite back, an eventual composition coming out of WE, but they're reeling early.
Kind of left him out to dry here, CA, having a very rough experience. Of course, when you look towards the winning lanes on the map, you'd say that 957 is the one big winning lane. It's very hard to beat a Xayah and a Gragas in a 2v2, but they'll just sustain and not really win that one. Misfortune does have the slight edge in terms of lane control, and Braum making a pretty significant difference there as well against the Feathers. So as the lanes go, WE's only real laning win condition is the top side of the map. And they haven't been able to play towards that. They haven't been able to play towards mid. Ooh. And bottom's just going even as the waves ebb and flow. And
this might help out 957, sending down the Rip Trail, being able to bully through that top lane tower, and going to try for the next one. Now, of course, a trade is going to happen. Mystic and Ben playing it respectfully, trying to see if Kiwi is in the area, do find them, and back away from the turret as a whole. So I know we've been watching Snake games, and they've been falling victim to those dives, but WE, not going to let it happen.
Not at all. Now, Holder may actually get the damage here under the eye. It's maybe going to get a charge.
What the hell?
We'll see how Shelly acts. There you go. Not going to get it. Just wanted to have a swing. And a big miss.
That was the quickest blink of all time. Usually it just takes some time before it reopens again. But no, it didn't even let him go in towards the second tower.
Just blowing my mind. Is it a blink? Oh. Or is it a wink?
Oh my goodness, stop.
Because he has one eye.
Has to be a blink.
One eye.
It has to be a blink. Because a wink, there's a reason for a wink. A wink is conscious.
Well, then how do you know if Shelly is winking or blinking?
Oh my God, you're right.
That's all I'm saying. I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay, all right.
I just really wanted to get that one
For you
out
people
there.
out there, you find out. For us, she's already dead, so it doesn't matter. God bless you. You're done, Shelly. So with the pressure being heavily moved towards 957, he's actually then trying to figure out where he's gone and does towards the bottom side. So this is just going to be a full swap in lanes. Holder's going to
he's going to regret not having that E potentially.
Yeah.
About to get collapsed on.
Now, Holder,
Gragas was looking.
He should feel rather safe until... No, he's gone. What? He's going to have to take some time before his next ulti. That's his second ulti. So he should be fine unless if Ben just decides to not have cooldown.
He still would have had the E up, so it doesn't matter in the end, Raz. Yep. That's a lot of mobility from it, Akali. The end result is still going to be a turret trade between both teams. It's not the first turret, so in terms of pacing Rogue Warriors with a slight advantage, they're going to keep pushing.
Yeah, this is a decent-sized wave here for Rogue Warriors, so they're going to be able to take this one tower down. It's a lot of damage from SMLZ and the Xin Zhao as well, so large trade in favor of Rogue Warriors.
Definitely is. Doinby also hovering towards the bottom side of the rift. He's got his eyes set on Pepper. And he's actually going to commit himself to the Realm War.
Now, this is a little bit risky now. 957 is going to take the brunt of the damage. It's a 2v2 here. Now, 957 has a second life, and Pepper has his own ultimate. I don't think you can take this one, Holder, but I'll be surprised. Shea even comes in with a little bit of insurance. That one doesn't make sense for Rogue Warriors.
No, there's no ultimate for Holder either on the Akali, so the assassination was definitely lacking, and they're able to get what they're after here, Team WE. And that was mostly just reactionary to Rogue Warriors being super aggressive, choosing to make plays on the weak side of the map, not respecting that it is, in fact, the weak side. And they're made to pay for that, definitely.
It's just confidence from Doinby. Sends out the ultimate so he can get on top of Pepper, but 957, really well played. Comes in hot, immediately sends out the ultimate. And so, you came in confident, but there's no way you can get the kill on either member.
Not at all, and of course 957's damage is so high on the Aatrox, especially at this point in the game. Pretty much at that first item completion point. And they didn't really want to kill him, it felt like. They were looking for Pepper. But Pepper just a casual hop over the wall, no vision for Doinby. He didn't want to waste any summoners to try and find him because he can just hop back, and even then still had the ultimate. They expend half of their resources. They don't fully commit to the play. Then WE are just like, fantastic, let's do it.
Oh, they're going to have to get out of here. So 957 Pepper. In fact, that's a lot of damage on the Q here. But they're getting straight on top of the SMLZ. Brings him right back. Ultimate from Q. Oh my goodness, get the hell out of here. There's no way. 957 is down, and they're going to get follow-up to get the kill onto Pepper as well.
Teleport's even coming in. GA nearby. He's going to try and go for the kills on the SMLZ. Not going to find it. Cask knocks Doinby back towards his team. The WE just going to have to disengage.
Yeah, so a lot more members here from Rogue Warriors. A lot of confidence. Maybe too much for Doinby. He has a lot of
damage.
So Ben's going to have to get out of there. Mystic can stay, but with an asterisk of not, defending that tower if he's pushed down the shove. So yeah, he's just, he might want to calm down here. 3 members to try and save the tower. Let's see if it works well.
They should be able to. Mystic, of course, still having that ultimate. And a lot of damage. He's going to try and ult in towards it. Not finding the kills. Teleport actually coming in, Raz, from 957.
He's going to get the first kill now, going straight towards SMLZ. All in the meantime, Holder doing a lot of damage. Wait a second. I'm not even going to call it, but he went off.
He got 3 kills, of course, 2 for the Aatrox as well on the backside. It's a big trade across the board for both of these teams, but Rogue Warriors are still the ones who come out just that little bit further on top once again. They got the damage onto the bottom lane, and the teleport's expended from WE just to trade.
Now, this is what excites me, Rusty.
What is it, Raz?
You get Holder onto the field. I know that they're giving him some experience because he hasn't played throughout the split, and he won't play during the playoffs. But if he does this, he's going to play during the playoffs. I don't know how else to put it. Instant assassination on 2 members finishes it up because you're trying to play around his obscurity. You're not going to be able to find him, so he nets down the triple.
And to put that out plainly as well, he was in a 1v3 position, but he's still Akali, and he's so hard to hit, not just because of the obscurity, but because of the mobility. Skill shots, things that you have to throw on the ground, and AoEs are very difficult to connect to the Akali. So he's able to navigate that brilliantly, now puts himself at 3-1, and all of the lead that 957 had through that laning phase is pretty much equalized when you look at the difference between the tops.
Now, Holder, of course, Korean top laner. Been with the squad for quite some time, been streaming with them, playing in Korean solo queue. And he is just he's a treat to watch. Played in Korean Challenger scenes for a little bit, so got scouted by Rogue Warriors, bringing him onto the team.
Yep.
And he's just played carries specifically, only. Seen Vladimir, Rive, Holder now onto the Akali pick that we've seen let me play an Asian game. And so he's coming out, taking names, going up against 957, which the league respect. Every top laner in the league comes out and says that 957 is a player to beat because he's so in tune with the rest of the squad. And Holder's just saying, I don't know how to respect you. I'm going to respect my elders. I'm the young gun. I'm that young blood.
Do you think that he's better than Mouse, though? I think it's a really difficult conversation to have, right?
It is definitely difficult, but we're going to find out. Holder's getting a lot of damage. If he can get out of this one, then I'll say he's better than Mouse. But 957, already hearing me say that, says, come back here. Yeah, no, Holder's not. He doesn't want any bit of that.
You really made that a simple bet to make. Raz now believes Holder's better than Mouse because all Holder did was walk away.
No!
In saying that, I will say a bit of added context for you is that Holder has only played carries. Mouse is known for Mundo, for tanks, and they've both had pretty good games. It's engaged in the mid lane.
Okay, Kulua taking a lot of damage off himself, going out the shield, but he's going to get out of there. Ben frozen in stasis. Speaking of stasis, Pepper needs to stay here for a little bit while longer, but it's going to be easy to kill him. Kiwi, one-way road to death, but I think right now Rogue Warriors are... Wait a minute, Holder. Holder about to get the kill on the CA, but a lot of them... Oh my god, the man won't stop. Find that kill, buddy. That's a quadra kill for him.
Yeah, 4 kills for Holder. Rogue Warriors win the team fight very comprehensively, pushing forwards now. They'll get themselves the mid lane in a turret. They may even consider going further, and it could just be an inhibitor here, granted 2 Rogue Warriors by that team fight victory.
Rusty, he's 7-1-0.
He's a beast.
He is killing it. Now, I remember the conversations we had since Rogue Warriors have locked in that first place spot was, yeah, get the new guys in there. Kiwi, Holder, they need that experience, that on-stage experience now that they've secured themselves in playoffs. This feels like a tryout period. You get to a point where Kiwi is not an absolute nuisance. He's not doing too poorly, but it's Holder in these team fights, finding himself the backline immediately onto Mystic, and then moves towards CA. There's not much you can do the moment he's able to find you.
Yeah, once he's on top of you, he just does so much damage and has so much mobility. That third kill also being gifted over to him by the Kindred trying to step up, not having the ultimate available, of course. And credit to Holder for what it's worth. He is playing very well on this Akali. He's been opened up on the map by the team fighting of WE, however, making sure that all of the fights are in skirmishes. And WE already spoke towards the engage that they've got and how it is mostly lacking. And they spent most of that fight kiting, but they didn't do the kiting in a front-to-back manner. So the Akali just picks off the flanks and finds 4.
Yeah, Flatfleet put, this game is going way too quickly for WE's liking. Looking towards the items, Mystic's got his second item, sure. He's got his rapid-fire cannon, but he definitely needs his Infinity Edge. And if we're talking about CA, he's moving towards the Ardent Sensor, nowhere near it. So the next fight is going to be the pretense that he's not going to have it.
Yeah.
Mystic's not going to have the damage. The damage simply isn't there for Team WE unless if 957 starts off hot.
When you think about, let's say, Zillion, for all you NA fans out there, the way that you want to beat the Zillion is by making him ult himself.
They love him.
Yeah, by preventing him from ulting the big carry. I think that's also going to ring true here for the Lulu.
Holder finds his pick. 957 has to pop his ultimate, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get out. That's not a lot of HP he's getting to. So Holder's he's just watching, he's waiting, gets the kill. But at the same time, kill happening at the top side. Kiwi, get your pick, buddy. Waiting for Pepper to stand firm. Ultimate death sentence there. There's no way you're coming out of that one alive.
Not at all. They gang up around him. They lock him down. That's the jungler also gone for Team WE. And so Rogue Warriors are able to move forwards now to the Baron buff. When you look at what can they do to contest here, Team WE, the answer's not a whole lot. They don't have a lot of people left alive. It's Ben, Mystic, and CA. They'd have to pull out a miracle to make that happen. And Holder, he's just going to play goalie anyway. He's not going to let you get to the pit.
Yeah, he's making them hold that L at that point. 2 people dead, Pepper and 957 with pretty long death timers, 25 seconds it seemed like it. So you weren't going to have 2 of those members. It starts off, we didn't get to see this one because we already had the Akali getting the 1v1. Mystic really far up, Realm Warp coming in. You can already see the delivery service on the Kiwi. He gets the job done.
Yeah, really good combo here from Rogue Warriors. Not the first ones, and they won't be the last ones to do this in the LPL, but if you have a Xin Zhao and a Rise, And the Xin Zhao has flash or not, you can throw him in, and then he just presses R. And if he's able to knock anyone back towards the team, that's best case scenario. But even if you can't deal damage to him because he's able to sweep as the fight continues.
Oh my god, get obliterated by SMLZ, and he's chasing you. Killua wants to find the door on one more person. One more kill goes across there as Ben dies, follows suit. So welcome to the LPL, where everything is an objective. Red buff, they ain't gonna give that one up.
Yeah, it's also objectives that we actively contest. And welcome to Rogue Warriors as well. They are just the quintessential LPL team. And if you don't know them, you should definitely get used to their name because they are making a run for Worlds. And this is their last set of the regular season before they try to make that run.
Oh, this might actually be their last push. DoNB holding 957 still. Wait a minute, the entirety of Rogue Warriors are actually moving
They're
towards
looking for the
top
Kindred
side.
as well.
So they want Kindred. They've already rounded them up.
Oh no.
Here comes the sheep. Wait a minute.
Pick
Kiwi's
one.
found him. Get him. If he gets out, I will be upset. SMLZ is about to die because of this. He is so close. He's down now. All is said and done, and it becomes a trade because of how reckless they are.
That was a big force. We're also looking at the Kindred against the Xin Zhao. The ultimate is going to come down, but he's looking at an Akali with all that mobility. He's just going to lock you down easy peasy. So there they go. The kills go across. Baron buff still available in the mid lane, and Rogue Warriors might just push to finish.
Now, 3 people dead. Shea can come up in 10 seconds, but 10 seconds sounds like a lot here. Mystic are going to try and do something, but Holder's already on top of his head. Oh my goodness, he's just gonna keep going. There's nothing stopping him, and I'm pretty sure he has stopwatch at this point, so just go wild, buddy. There's nothing stopping you. Please just continue. Oh.
There's a lot stopping him now.
All right, end the game quickly. All right, it's not gonna happen.
You're gonna have to reset. Holder just goes a little bit too deep, tarnishes the record, but don't worry, it's not a stopwatch, Raz, it's a Zhonya's hourglass.
All right.
You'll be able to use that one again, no problems.
The guy has too much gold at this point. 25 minutes into the game, 8-2-1. His Vladimir performance was just as good. I see him like a Holder fanatic, a salesman at this point. But this is where the damage really comes through. They try and get the kill on towards Shea. Sure, the job is done, but SMLZ is reeling at this point. There's no first aid kit here, so gets the kill. Ben literally just bops him and flashes away. And sure, ultimately this is Rogue Warriors taking the kill and they're moving towards the Nexus. But it's unfortunate that SMLZ wasn't there for the journey.
Yeah, and credit to Shea, actually. He navigated that excellently to get himself, not the kill, but the damage done, the trade done. And whilst he does ultimately go down, that buys time. And that's time that Pepper and 957 desperately needed. I know it doesn't look good as an end result, but you have to respect the efforts that Shea put into that in terms of his positioning and the mechanics that he made to try and survive for as long as he did, maybe trade.
I have some bad news. Ardent Sensor is still not there. And this is what you would have to believe to be the game-ending
It's been
push.
like 5 minutes and he's got Boots of Lucidity.
Yep, so
I think it's been his biggest purchase.
some cooldowns are definitely going to come up slightly faster, but I think they need a little bit more than that. This might be the final push. Now, Rogue Warriors shepherding the mid lane wave, has Holder in the top lane.
Baron just wore off though.
That's true.
In terms of final pushes, it's not going to be as easy. Super minions can still be trimmed down by the Xayah. This final push is not going to be the simplest thing to navigate. No idea how that melee minion got where it did, but
it's a journeyman.
It's all about top lane for me. Rogue Warriors, they want to break open a second.
Slow on DoNB as he gets caught off guard. That's a big shield, but he's going to have to die at some point. Still getting shielded up, so he's still alive for a little bit longer. SMLZ is going to die here if Aatrox keeps at him. The Holder's found his target, gets the kill. Yeah, this has to be lights out here. As Rogue Warriors just clean sweep Team WE.
And WE choose to take the engage. They choose to take the fight. But at the end of the day, they're not able to get the Team 5 victory. They were too far behind before the fight even started. White flags come up. Rogue Warriors victorious.
24-7 for a Game 1 performance. Close up to the man. Super good performance from Holder. And you just have to hold it. Keep giving him carries. It feels like the double carry, double threat DoNB is what we say, because you only really expect Rogue Warriors to have 2 threats in the mid lane and bottom lane. Turns into a bit of a triple threat.
It's closer and closer to the Invictus gaming style, you'd have to say, in terms of, control with multiple carries and try and win the lane through having 3 different threats on the team. Of course, this time around, Holder, he's going to be the star of the show. He's going to get all the kills. You can see the gold that he had as well. And it was overall a fairly clean game from Rogue Warriors, besides a couple of small things that, to me, you look at it, you watch the tape back, and you don't even get a lot from that. It's Rogue Warriors just being too aggressive, knowing how far ahead they were. I think the one that I would look at, though, Raz, was the Rise play on towards the Kindred on that blue side of the map.
That's something that you see a little bit out of DoNB, and I think that's the one valuable tape that you can get from it going into playoffs, is that DoNB's a little bit high.